Hi, this is Born in 62, I'm Henrik Jurs. Today I'm going to talk about biceps overload. All weight training, strength training is based on overload. Each time you work out, you try to do a little more work, lift a little more weight, do a little more reps than you did before. This is the classic overload principle, progression all the way in tiny steps forward. What I'm talking about today is more than tiny steps. It's a dramatic overload of the biceps, forcing it to do more work than it could in any other exercise. So we are going to use 4 key points here. First is that your back muscles are much stronger than your biceps. That means that you can do a kind of rowing motion using your biceps and your back to get into a position where your biceps is completely flexed and the elbow is behind your body like this. I've shown you other exercises about this in the past. So a lot of people will say, and so what, this is just a rowing motion. But by supinating your hand from an early stage, not from the start but from an early stage, you can make the biceps kick in and do more work than you would do if you're used a neutral grip. So this is an exercise that will target the biceps even though it's a row. The next fact we'll utilize here is the fact that the long head of the biceps is trained really well when it's flexed at the elbow joint but stretched over the shoulder joint. I've also talked about this before. So this is a really good position to get that roundness on the biceps you get when the long head, the outer head, is well developed. The third fact we are using here is that we can press that muscle head even more by then contracting it over the shoulder. So while we're keeping resistance on the hand using a cable, we move the shoulder up like this, then actually contracting the muscle a little more as it is shortened at the shoulder joint. And the last of the 4 principles we use here is that all muscles are stronger in the eccentric phase, where they are lengthened against resistance, than in the concentric, where they are contracting against resistance. So what we do is we start out with a kind of rowing motion, then move our shoulder and arm up like this, and then extend the arm. This is a very advanced exercise. You've got to learn it. You can't be sure that you can do it right the first time. Also, it's not for beginners. Beginners should concentrate on the basics and not venture into anything like this. Also, it's quite hard on the joints. The shoulder joint up here, your biceps tendon here, will be under stress. So don't overdo it. If you do it in every workout, you will probably injure yourself at last, because this is an intensity exercise. This is hard. So you should do it once in a while when you feel fresh, when your biceps is warm and you need to do some extra work. Well, let's see the exercise. I prefer to do this standing. You can also do it sitting down, but I believe this is the easiest way to do it. First the rowing part, then the extra flexion, and then the eccentric part. The rowing part, it's essential that when you lift your arm up, you keep the biceps contracted. If you begin releasing it too early, you'll defeat the purpose of the exercise. Also brace your core so you don't hurt your lower back, as this is a unilateral exercise. The pull on my right side is of course much stronger than on the left side right now, and I have to contract all the core muscles to keep standing. You can use different ways to utilize this exercise the best. This is about overload, so you need some weight here. And if you choose a weight on the cable machine that is so heavy that you can only curl it once or maybe not at all, you should expect to be able to do this exercise for about 3 reps, 4, maybe 5, but it will be in that number. If you choose a weight that you can curl for say 3 to 5 reps, you should be able to get 8, maybe 10 or 12 reps out of this exercise. And if you choose to do a weight that is so light, that you can curl it maybe 8 to 10 times, then you should be able to perform at least 15 or maybe 20 of these overload reps I've just shown you. So what is the best format to do this? First off, your biceps should be warm. You should have done something before this, so you're properly warmed up. If you're warmed up, you're feeling fresh, I would start out with 1 set with a very heavy weight and perform 3-4 reps with that. Then take a break, then lower the weight a bit, do 1 more set, lower the weight a bit, do 1 more set, and so on. That way you will force the biceps both to be working with weights that are beyond what it usually can do, but also force it to continue to do reps at a point where it would usually give in. So this is an intensity technique. This is very hard. This is not something you should just do every day you train up, but save it for let's say you can do it every 2 or 3 weeks and that's it. So hopefully you'll try it and get good results. I think it works very well. It's a hard exercise to do, but it's also fun to see your biceps actually grow. So if your growth has come to a halt, try this. I'll see you next week. Bye.